And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Here, Lucas from Mars, back with another episode of this MLB Show 22 custom franchise, and we are still kind of in the beginning stages of this 2023 season, and now we're in the minor leagues, and we're taking a look at some of these top prospects, these top draft picks from last year. We saw the #1 overall pick making his debut last episode. And in this episode, we're going to continue to showcase some of these top draft picks and these top pitchers that we got in the last year's draft. And one of the best ones overall-wise is Derek Lamar, who's already 72 overall, 18 years old. So he's got a ton of time to grow and get better. But he's already got 71 walk per nine, 72 home run per nine. His K per nine only at 50 and his hit per nine only at 39. Those two stats are pretty low for him right now. But he is the #6 prospect in all of baseball right now. You know, behind Khalil Watson, Brady Howes, Marcelo Meyer, Jason Dominguez, and Bo Suarez. So, yeah, Derek Lamar, one of the best prospects, one of the best pitching prospects that we have in the league right now. And he's going to be starting out at AA. He's going to be probably at AA all season. That's probably where he's going to be. But I think he's a guy that honestly could see Major League action next year sometime, probably at the trade deadline. I don't see him starting in the majors next season or anything, but I do think by the September call period next season, this is a player that could see some action in just a couple of years, could be in the majors starting for this team. Now, this is Frisco, I believe, as he's going to give up a base hit here immediately to San Antonio, the Missions. And I'm trying to remember what the Major League affiliate is. The Major League affiliate is the Bison, I believe. So this was the the top draft pick for the Oklahoma City Bison in the MLB draft. And I don't remember what his potential was. I don't think it's actually high A. I think it's like a 92 or 93 potential. But either way, he's a very promising pitcher, and he's going to induce a ground ball double play right here to the shortstop, and there's two down here in this first inning. So I need to get my voice warmed up a little bit, as that's a four-seam fastball and a little shallow fly ball into left field. That'll end the top of the first inning here. So Derek Lamar, technically not a 1-2-3 inning, but he goes to the minimum in that frame, and his offense helps him out. They get some runs there. They get a run in the top of the first inning, so it's 1-0 immediately here. But in the top of the second, that's a drive to the outfield, and that one is to the wall and bouncing off of it. So extra bases for that hitter, and he's going to go up to second base with a double. Not sure who that is. This team doesn't have any prospects, the San Antonio Missions team, that we really want to highlight or focus on at all. But now a man in scoring position. Derek Lamar's second hit allowed in this game, and now he's going to allow his third one, as that's a ground ball to the right fielder, and there's no attempt to go home on that play there. An interesting decision. He might have been safe if he went home. That throw was pretty offline. Now 2-2 pitch. There's a slider. Swing and a miss for strike three, and there's the first strikeout for Derek Lamar here in AA and in his Major League career. That was a filthy off-speed pitch right there, and it's a big strikeout with man on the corners. So now there's one down here. 0-2 count to Oscar Gonzalez, but that's a fly ball. It's in the center, and it's very shallow, though. There is a tag attempt here by the third baseman, and the throw is offline, so he's going to be safe. You know, in the major leagues, I wouldn't try to test that. I wouldn't necessarily try to tag up there with a guy with only 57 speed. But when you're in AA, you can take confidence in that, you know, the outfielder probably is not going to be throwing a strike to home plate to gun the guy out at home. Doesn't really happen very often. There's a fly ball to right field. That is run down. A good catch, actually, by the right fielder to end the top of in the bottom of the second inning. But a run does come home, as now a 3-run home run by Krim there on the quick manage. Wow, okay, so Frisco, you know, they're responding, and they're getting some offense to help out Derek Lamar right now. 3-run homer, they're up 4-1 now, but there's a swing, and that's a drive, and I mean, the hit per 9 right now kind of rearing its ugly head for Derek Lamar. That's already his 4th hit that he's allowed in this game to this point there. Another double, a second double allowed of the game. 2 down in this 3rd inning. Now, and here's Noel Gonzalez. He's going to ground it over to 3rd base. A nice stop there, and a throw across the diamond. That ends the 3rd inning. So working around that double as we go to the bottom of the 4th. And here is Brian Darrow. There's a line drive, and that one is going to be caught by the second baseman, preventing that one from going into the outfield for a hit. And here's Oscar Gonzalez again. Had that sac fly back in the 2nd inning, the only RBI for the Missions. And Derek Lamar, here at the first pitch to Gonzalez, is running a run up and hit him here on the elbow. So that's what we want to see from Derek Lamar. There's a base runner. He hasn't gone through an inning without allowing a base runner yet. And you know that strikeout per 9, it's one of his best stats, and we really haven't seen him do it a lot in this game. He only has 1 strikeout so far. That's a fly ball into no man's land that lands right in between 3 defenders. Wow, okay, a pretty lucky hit right there by Brito. So 2 men on now with 2 outs. Rita Martinez, as Lamar going to try and stop this 2-out rally, and he will by inducing a ground ball to 3rd base. So yeah, still only 1 strikeout for Lamar in this game, but Daniel Lynch has not had a very good night. There's a runner thrown out at home plate. 10 hits by Frisco already. They have been, they've been lighting up the board in that sense with the hits in this game. Now we're in the top of the order for the Missions here, and that one misses outside for ball 3. 3-0, and, you know, the walk per 9 is his best stat. We haven't seen him walk anybody. We did see him hit a batter last inning. But here's a 3-0 pitch, and that one just misses, apparently. A high fastball that just goes above the strike zone. First walk of the game for Derek Lamar. 1 down in the inning. There's a ground ball. That one is going to get on through and into right field for another single. So, first pitch here to Noel Gonzalez. There's a 4-seam fastball, and the umpire gives him a strike on that pitch. Gonzalez had a double in his first at-bat of the game, I believe. 1 for 2 on the night. And here's an 0-1 to him here. It's a ground ball, and that one will get on through it into the outfield, into center. There's another single. That's going to score a run, and up to 3rd base goes the runner. And San Antonio, the Missions, get on the board, and Noel Gonzalez with an RBI base hit. And it's a 4-2 game. You know, not a bad pitch by Derek Lamar there. A curveball inside, but Gonzalez making good contact with it. Gets it up the middle for a hit. Now an 0-2 to Haskins. There's a curveball, and that is a strikeout here. He goes around on that pitch. Umpire the manager really maybe doesn't think so, but that is a strikeout. Only the 2nd one of the game so far for Derek Lamar. Here's Ryan Darrow, and there's a line drive. Wow, nice spear at first base there. Great play by the first baseman. Derek Lamar is pretty pumped about that. And now we're in the bottom of the 6th. Rene Martinez. There's a slider for ball 4. Derek Lamar trying to get through his first 1-2-3 inning of this game. He cannot do it. Base runner here in the bottom of the 6th. And here's Canelio again, or however you pronounce that last name. 1 for 2 with a single so far. There's a ground ball to the 2nd. And that one stopped. And that's the end of the 6th inning. And that might be the last frame for Lamar. No, they're going to try and push him here in a 7th inning. He's got 87 pitches right now. There's a slider. Line drive. That one falls in to the outfield here for a base hit. I am playing on a player lock right now, so I don't have necessarily control over when Derek Lamar gets taken out of the game. But now they're going to take him out. I don't know if they really should have started him in that inning anyway. But he's taken out of the game now. And, you know, didn't give up a lot of runs. Responsible for the guy at first. And he is in line for the win if his bullpen can help him out here. But, you know, he allowed a lot of base runners. You know, he only walked 1 guy, but he hit another batter. But, you know, that walk per 9 stat is still really low for him, and he walked a lot. He gave up a lot of hits tonight. So some flashes of really good play from him, but overall, some things to improve on for him in his first start. Now we're in the 9th inning. It's a 1-run game. Kevin Ginkel on the mound. Noel Gonzalez at the plate, and that's a slider on the corner. Strike 3 called, and the ball game is over. Frisco wins it here on opening day, and Derek Lamar, their superstar prospect here in their farm system, does get a win. His first professional win in the majors, and it comes in a 4-3 victory for Frisco here in their first game of the season. And yeah, Derek Lamar, I mean, that's another area of his game that we didn't see very much in this one, was the strikeouts. He only had 2 of them, I believe, tonight overall. So yeah, some things that he did pretty well, but you know, his first professional start, we're expecting him to kind of have to settle in to his game as he develops in this franchise. So some good things to build on for him. Not a necessarily amazing start for him. He does get the win, though. And you look at Frisco, I mean, again, no prospects really that were looking at on their offense. They had a home run from Krim, a 3-run home run, and then Wilson had an RBI, but here's Derek Lamar's final line in this game. He only allows 2 runs, so only a 3 ERA after the night, but 6 innings, only 2 walks, but only 2 strikeouts, and 9 hits in 6 innings. So yeah, the hits were definitely up for him, and you know, that's something that he's going to struggle with, at least initially in his major league career, is the hit per 9 right now. That's his lowest stat. So now we go on and we move on to Robby Roy, and the Arkansas Roughbacks, I believe, or the Travelers. I don't know why I was thinking that, but either way, here's the Travelers farm system. This is the AA affiliate for the New Orleans Jazz, and not a prospect that they drafted. We won't actually show him in this game, but Anthony Volpe is on this team. He's 21. He's got 8 potential. His defense is really good, but I mean, his vision is so low. His discipline is so low. I want those to be at least probably close to the 50s before I'm going to want to call him up. So he's still probably a few years away from the majors. But Robby Roy was their number 1 or their first round draft pick. He was a top 5 draft pick, I believe, and he looks really good already. He's got 60 stamina, which is kind of low, honestly, for a starting pitcher right now, but that'll get better. But I mean, look at his per 9s. Home run per 9 at 61, K per 9 at 62, walk per 9 at 64. Those 3 per 9s are amazing. The 30 home run per 9, that is definitely concerning, and that is obviously his lowest stat right now. But you know, 51 pitching clutch, 60 control, 79 velocity. He's got good velocity already to start his career. So yeah, he's gonna have to work on that home run per 9. Hopefully, he doesn't give up a lot of home runs in AA. You know, just the competition in AA not amazing. So hopefully, he can keep that pretty manageable for him. But you know, he's only 19 years old, and he is the 42nd prospect in terms of, you know, these top 50 prospects. He ranks at number 42 in the prospect list. So yeah, he's definitely a promising player for the Jazz in their farm system. And then you look at the Naturals, and this is the farm system for the Los Angeles Dragons. And they have Brennan Davis here. He's not a draft pick, but you know, a guy already 23 years old. I don't know, 63 overall seems pretty low for where his stats are. Honestly, his contact ratings are really good right now already. And then you get Robbie Matthews, who, you know, only at 54 overall. I think that overall is way too low. I mean, again, his defense is not very good right now. His defense is definitely weak, but you know, overall, he's gotten really good hitting ratings already for a guy. This is one of their draft picks from last year. 54 and 58 contact ratings, 75 vision, which is awesome already. 52 discipline and 60 clutch. So those ratings are very strong already. And honestly, I mean, he probably will start out as a DH. Needs to work on his defense. But I think Robbie Matthews is probably only 2 or 3 years away from being in the majors. Those contact ratings for him are legitimately really, really good.
And now,
so here we are in this first game. So there's some highlights of who we'll focus on: Brennan Davis and Robby Matthews, and of course Robbie Roy pitching for Arkansas. So there's the second pitch of the game, and that one misses outside. It's a 2-0 count here to Jose Peralta. And the 2-0 pitch, there's a slider that is lined into right field, and a good catch there by the right fielder to get the out there. And there's one down in the inning, and the first out for Robbie Roy in this game. Here's Eric Rivera. 0-1 pitch to Rivera here, and there's a four-seamer. That's a line drive. That one is going to fall in. A kind of a similar swing and a hit to what we just saw going to the other side of the field, though that one falls in.
Hey, we got one here.
So a hit here, a man on for Blaze Jordan, and he's going to ground it over to first base. A nice stop at the first baseman, but he doesn't have a play, and you know, Robbie Roy could have helped him out a little bit and got over to the first base a little bit earlier, but I think even if he went immediately there, they would not have been able to get the out there. So now 2 on, 1 away for Robby Matthews here. He's already got a scoring opportunity in this game against, you know, one of the best pitchers, one of the best AA pitchers in baseball. So here's an 0-1. That's a swing and a miss on a slider on the outside corner. That was a really good pitch by Robbie Roy on that one, just on the corner of the zone. Now an 0-2 pitch to Matthews, and he is going to chase a slider way outside and low in the zone, and that's strike 3. Man, I mean, just a dominant pitch right there, and I mean, it got Robbie Matthews to go fishing after it for the first professional strikeout for Robbie Roy in his career. And now here's Brennan Davis. So he's got the same chance that Robbie Matthews had, but now there's just 2 outs in the inning. Roy trying to get through his first professional inning here unscathed. It's a ground ball over to third base, down the line, but it's stopped by the third baseman to first. That's in time, and that's a big out right there. And they will, in fact, hold them. And Robbie Roy gets through his first inning of work successfully. And now here's Miguel Vargas, as that one is a strike on the corner there, high and inside for strike 3. The count is 0-2, and he is going to swing and miss. 2-seam fastball for strike 3. Oh, way inside, and I mean, that was pretty filthy right there. And now there's 2 down in the inning. Second strikeout for Roy already. Here's Pineda. There's a swing and a miss. Wow, a slider way outside. A bad looking swing right there by Pineda. And Robbie Roy is kind of fooling these hitters so far in this game. 2-2 pitch. And it's a slider! Another beautiful off-speed pitch for strike 3. And man, I like Robbie Roy's pitches right here. He's got 3 strikeouts, and he has been locating really well so far in this game. And these strikeouts, I mean, these are some really filthy pitches that he's delivering right now to these to the natural hitters. And there's a line drive. That is a base hit into right field. And a leadoff base runner. Now there's an out. Blaze Jordan at the dish, 1 for 1. He got on base last time. That's a ground, or that's a ball in the dirt. And that is going to be a man moved up to second base on a wild pitch from Robbie Roy. A slider that he just lost control of there. And now a man in scoring position. So here's a 1-2, and that's a ground ball up the middle, and it's stopped by the shortstop. And there's an out to first base, and that might, I can't remember where, even, you know, where this team's, you know, the Naturals, never mind, where Arkansas's Anthony Volpe is. I think he is a shortstop. I think he's a shortstop on this team. But now it's Robbie Matthews again, and Robbie Matthews is going to deliver a line drive, base hit back up the middle for a RBI. And the Naturals are on the board at first here in this game in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So good job for Robbie Matthews, his first professional hit here in AA. And Brennan Davis now at the plate again. 0 for 1. on the day. Here's an 0-2 pitch to him. And that's a four-seam fastball. Swing and a miss. There, nice pitch to Brennan Davis. Kind of fishing it below the knees for a strikeout. So he doesn't allow a run in that inning, but gets his 4th K of the night. And here's Daniel Cabrera at the plate. That one misses outside for ball 3. And so the count moving to 3-1 here. The count is now full on Cabrera. Good at bat here, and there's a four-seam fastball driven, and that one falls in for a base hit. Good at bat by Cabrera, and he's going to reach for another single here. The back-to-back innings. The Nationals will start the inning off with a base hit. Now it's Miguel Vargas, and now Vargas is going to drive that ball into center field, and that was a four-seamer right up the middle. Not a good pitch by Robby Roy right there, and, you know, I mean, even these double hitters can hit that one. There's a ground ball down the line and fair. Past the diving first baseman. Around third is Warner on here. He's going to score. And holding at third base is the runner. I believe that was Vargas there. That's now at third base. But a big-time RBI single here down the line. And it is now 2-0 Nationals. So man on the corners. There's still nobody out in this inning. And here's Pineda. That pitch misses, apparently. That one looked like a strike to me on the corner. And Robby Roy maybe thinks that one should have been called. And this has been his worst inning so far. He's got to get something here. 2-2. That's a slider. And he gets a strikeout right there on that pitch. That's a big K right there. That slider, you know, that slider caught actually a good amount of the plate. But, I mean, the hitter here, he just was late on that pitch and could not catch up with it. And you see what this pitch sequence was, a couple of off-speed pitches that caught a bit too much of the plate for my liking. But now on a 2-2, that's a fly ball. That should be deep enough as the catch is made there in right field. It's cut off by the cutoff man. There's not even going to be a throw to the plates as he comes in safely. So there's a sac fly, another run for the Nationals. They are up 3-0 now in this game, and Robby Roy definitely struggling a little bit here in this 4th inning. He's already at 73 pitches here tonight, and back up to the top of the order. There's a ground ball, stopped by the second baseman, over to the shortstop. I think it's Volpe again, not too sure, but that is going to be, Volpe is the shortstop on this team, and Anthony Volpe is going to come through here in the quick manage. He gets a 2 RBI double down the line, and that's a good swing right there by him. Now, Harvey Matthews is at the plate. And an RBI single last time he was up. We're one out with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And there's a fly ball on a four-seamer. Shallow. And an amazing catch. Diving play made by the right fielder. Robby Roy, I mean, he's going to clap his hands for that grab. That is a awesome catch right here by Harris in right field. And, I mean, for a double-A outfielder, that you don't see a double-A outfielder making a play like that very often. So now there's 2 down in the inning. And here's Brennan Davis. That's a swing and a miss on a slider for strike 2. 0-2 count here to Davis. He's already struck out once in this game. And here's the 0-2 pitch. And it's a swing and a miss. Inside fastball gets him swinging. Brennan Davis waits on that four-seamer. And, I mean, you know, Robby Roy, I think that's 6 strikeouts, 5 or 6 strikeouts for him in this game. You know, a little bit of hits and some runs, but there's a single, and that's actually going to tie the game. And they're going to take Robby Roy out of the game here at this point, so he only pitches 5 innings in this one. But Anthony Volpe gets another hit and another RBI and 2 more runs, another run scored. Wow. They batted around in that inning and get 4 runs. They're up 7-5, but now 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th. What a crazy 7th inning that was, and now it's a 1-run game here. Fast-paced, quick managing going on. Now we're in the bottom of the 9th, and they had a man in scoring position right there in the bottom of the 9th, but they don't score him, and the Travelers are going to actually hold on and win this game here tonight. And Anthony Volpe, that guy had a really good day at the plate, actually, in this one. But the Travelers get a win here on the road, and, I mean, no win or loss handed to our star that we were highlighting in Robby Roy. And I should have actually stayed in this game and shown you guys Anthony Volpe's at bats, and Robby Matthews and Brendan Davis had some more at bats in this game. So I do apologize that I didn't show you that kind of stuff. I went into the game in a play lock situation, and I should have came into the game just normally. And to prevent that, Anthony Volpe, player of the game for Arkansas, for a great performance, a couple of doubles and 3 RBIs for him all the day, 2 for 5 overall. Sabato was 2 for 5, or 2 for 5. 2 for 5 was Peraza as well. He had an RBI. Valera had 2 RBIs as well. And then you look at Northwest, the Arkansas Naturals, and I mean, Robby Matthews. This is the type of hitter that I'm expecting to see from him. I think he's gonna do excellent here down in Double-A. Those contact ratings and especially his discipline is awesome at 75. And he was 3 for 5 in this game with 3 RBIs. He had an awesome day. Brendan Davis 1 for 5, a couple of strikeouts. He didn't get a hit tonight, but yeah, I should have kept him in the game to show you guys Matthews more in this one because I really like where he's at in his ratings right now. And then pitching, you know, Robbie Roy, 5.4 ERA after tonight, 5 innings. He did get 6 strikeouts, so the strikeout pitch was working. I really liked his location a lot of the time. I think, you know, he did allow 7 hits and 3 runs, so that wasn't amazing for him. But, you know, overall, I think his pitch location on the day was fairly good. And I definitely saw flashes of some really exciting stuff from him. And, you know, his locations, I mean, his off-speed pitches in the game overall were good. And he pitched effectively there in that instance and with those off-speed pitches. So he's got some good stuff. He's got some dangerous stuff in terms of, you know, Double-A hitters. I think he's going to do very well down there in Double-A. But we're in the Double-A farm system for the Nashville Stars. And here's Alexi Gonzalez, one of their top draft picks from last year. He's only 57 overall. He's already 22 years of age as well. So, you know, this is a guy that, you know, we might not see for a while in the majors. And unfortunately, he's going to be probably pretty old by the time we do see him. And, you know, his defense is not very good. He does have some good, decent contact ratings and hitting ratings, though. But the guy that we're really wanting to showcase in this game is Leo Munoz. This is this team's first-round draft pick, and they actually drafted pretty high. You know, despite going to the World Series, it wasn't based on their records. The last year's draft pick, it was based on, you know, what the actual MLB draft order was. And so they had a pretty good draft pick here and a pretty good spot in the draft. And they picked Leo Munoz, who is only 18 and looks like an absolute beast already. 62 K per 9, 62 walk per 9, 45 hit per 9. The home run per 9 at 44 is pretty low. His pitching clutch is really low at 33. That's his lowest stat. But 77 velocity, 70 stamina. I mean, he looks really good. I like a lot where he is at. He's only 18, so he's got a ton of room to grow. And speaking of a ton of room to grow, and only a guy at 18 years old, this is the Boston Barons' first-round draft pick in Cosmo Vasquez. He's an outfielder that can, for some reason, play shortstop. I don't really know why he can play short, but he's got a lot of speed there. He's got 94 base running aggressiveness, so it'll be interesting to see how many bases he steals in Double-A. But, I mean, he is really well-rounded right now. He doesn't have anything that stands out to you. But he's only 18 years old, and he's got a ton of room to grow. You know, his defensive ratings at 50, basically, across the board. His hitting ratings right now at around 50 across the board. So he's an interesting guy, and one that, you know, if in 3 or 4 years will probably be making a major league impact. And then you look at Miguel Geraldo here. He's a 66 overall. He's already 22 years old. Decent defense. You know, these hitting ratings are pretty good. His vision as 57 is pretty good. I still think he's probably a couple of years away from the majors, though. And you look at the top 50 prospects, and Leo Munoz is sitting right now at 23. And meanwhile, he's probably actually better than that. He's gonna jump up those ratings just because some of these guys, you know, are actually in the majors right now, and they're still technically rated as a top 50 prospect. But there's no top 50 prospects, no other top 50 prospects in this game besides Leo Munoz. But, you know, there's still 8 potential guys, and there's still guys that we want to focus on for sure going into this one tonight.
And now, please welcome
So there's Cosmo Vasquez taking the field. You know, his professional debut here in this one. And I'm not sure who he's waving to. There's no stands out there in the outfield, but he's excited, I would assume, to make his major league or his professional debut. He's now Louis Munoz, and he's already got 2 strikes on the first hitter that he's facing here in this game in the bottom of the first. But the count is now running full on Joe Machado, and that 4-seam fastball misses for ball 4. That's a walk. That's a man on base, and runner on. 1-2 count to Nick Lofton here. And there's a ground ball. And actually, that was a line drive. That was in the air. Caught for the first out of the bottom of the first inning. So good job for Munoz there. Gets his first out of the game. And now Cosmo Vasquez, his first at-bat here in Double-A. Now let's see what he does here. First pitch to him. And trying to steal second base here. And getting thrown out. Yes! They got him. Trying to steal second. Great play and a great throw by this catcher. That was like a perfect throw in a perfect location right there to the second baseman, and they do just get him out in front of the tag. Well, so now Cosmo Vasquez, 2 strikes on him here, and there's a Vulcan change, swung on and missed for strike 3. And yes, Louis Munoz does have a Vulcan change in his repertoire here. He's got some good pitches. And that was a filthy one right there, inside and low, to get Vasquez. You know, we'll see how Cosmo Vasquez does. I mean, these hitting ratings are pretty low for him, so, you know, I hope he can perform well in Double-A, but he might struggle a little bit out of the gates, at least initially in Double-A. That's a ball 4 and another walk. Already Louis Munoz has got a couple of walks already. I don't know why walk running is one of his best stats. There's a ground ball up the middle, and that's a stepping on the bag and a double play turned by the second baseman. Good heads-up baseball right there, wiping the walk off of the board. Now 2 outs in the frame with, you know, nobody on for Nick DiColati here for the Biscuits. And here's the 0-1 as there's a fly ball and on the move and making the catch in right field and bringing it in is that right fielder there. I'm not sure who that is, but that's going to end the second inning. Looks around the walk, and now here's Alexi Gonzalez batting 8th in this Pensacola lineup, and he is getting his first trip to the plate here in this game, and he is going to get drilled. Jonathan Bolin pitching for Montgomery, and that is going to be a hit by pitch. Well, we didn't showcase him, we didn't show you his stats, but here is Gunnar Henderson. Obviously, in real life, making his, you know, he's already up in the majors. That's a ball into the outfield and going up to third base. Gonzalez, an interesting play there and a little bit aggressive for him on the base pass. But he's actually going to go from first to third. And Gunnar Henderson is going to make his way to second base. So, you know, slider, not a great, well-located pitch there by Bolin. And he gets a base hit off of that. So now there's 2 men on. And 2 men out. Big strike 2 pitch. And a 4-seamer. Swing and a miss. Batter way too late on that pitch. And Bolin does get out of the inning. He is fired up as he works his way out of a big jam right there. 2 men in scoring position and 2 outs. And he gets through it. So a big swing right there. A big pitch. And middle of the third. Still scoreless in this game so far. And here's Miguel Geraldo. His first at-bat in this season here for my Double-A. And in 0-1 from Munoz. There's a swing and a ground ball. Sanchez has it. And that's an easy play, routine ground out there for out number 1. 2-2 count now to Chad Wallach. And there's a 4-seam fastball. High fastball, classic pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Second K for Munoz tonight. And Wallach here. Let's see what this looks like. And yeah, way late on that high fastball. Not a chance to hit that one. So Munoz here, 2 up, 2 down in this inning so far. Here's Blaze Alexander. He's going to fly it over to left field. And Mateos has that one tracked and caught to end the inning. And 1-2-3, top of the 3rd inning for Munoz. And here's Cosmo Vasquez. at the plate again. Strikeout his first time up. And there's 2 down already in this 4th inning. 40th pitch of the game for Munoz. Here is a line drive caught by the first baseman. And a ball hit well by Vasquez, but you're strike 2 an outfielder there for the out. Second at bat for Gonzalez now. Here in this one after getting hit by that pitch his first time up. Already 2 outs in this 5th inning. And Jonathan Bullen has been matching Leo Munoz. Tried for stride, and there's a ball drilled into the gap, and up to second base is Gonzalez. He has got a double. First professional hit for him in AA, and it's a double up the middle. Big swing right there. Now Nick Meyer at the plate. There's a fly ball, and that one is tracked down and caught in the outfield. That was a slider that cut way too much of the plate, and Montgomery does not take advantage of it. So halfway home in this game, and we are still tied scoreless. Here is Tyreek Reed at the plate, and that one runs inside and nearly hits him. So there's a walk, already the 3rd one of the game allowed by Leo Munoz so far tonight. And here is Alfonso Rivas, 0 for 1 with a ground out. And here's the 1-2 to him here, and that's a slider. Swing and a miss. Beautiful off-speed pitch by Munoz right here. Let's take a look at this pitch sequence. Vulcan changed to start a 4-seam fastball, and then another one and a high. I mean, look at those pitches. Those pitch locations are really, really good for Leo Munoz. Now he's Nick Nicolati, and a 2-1 to him. That's a ground ball through the hole and into the outfield for a single, and that is actually the first hit of the game for the Montgomery Biscuits. They break the no-hitter here in the 5th inning, and now that's a ground ball and another hit here. A rounding third comes the runner. Munoz cuts it off, and the runner is safe. Base hit by Miguel Geraldo and an RBI as the Biscuits are on the board here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They're up 1-0. Good swing by Miguel Geraldo on a pitch that was in the dirt, not in the dirt, but a pitch that was at the knees. And that was a good location, honestly, by Munoz, but a good swing and a good hit by Miguel Geraldo there. So now there's men on the corners with 1 out for Chad Wallach, and we saw him strike out last time up, and this one he walked his first time, I believe, and he's going to line this one down the line and fair, and near the corner, Randolph has it, but a run will score, and Geraldo up to third base, and they keep the chain moving. Montgomery's got another run. They're up 2-0. So here's Blaze Alexander now. And there's a fly ball. Randolph has a read on it. He's got the ball. He makes the catch. But Miguel Geraldo is going to tag up and score easily from third base. And that throw almost got away from the catcher. But Montgomery's gets their 3rd run of the inning. And Miguel Geraldo, an RBI, comes all the way around to score. So now with 2 outs, a man on second base. There's a swing and a miss on a filthy Vulcan change right there by Munoz. Gets his 4th strikeout of the game, but does allow 3 runs in that 5th inning. That was kind of a rough frame for him in that one. Now we're in the top of the 6th, and Jonathan Bullen, man, he has been really, really good against these Pensacola hitters. That's a swing and a drive by Gunnar Henderson. It's a pop-out that is caught out there by the shortstop.
Now batting.
So there is 1 down now in the bottom of the 6th. Nobody out. Nick Lofton at the plate. There's a ground ball underneath the diving glove of the third baseman. Gonzalez there. Alexi Gonzalez trying to make a play on it. And the man on here. Nobody out. Cosmo Vasquez up for his 3rd at bat. It's a ground ball. And that one is going to get on through as well for another hit. And that's Cosmo Vasquez, his first professional hit right there through the left side of the field. 2 on, 1 man out in the outfield, and that's a high fly ball as Randolph makes the catch right there. No tag from second base. A big second out here in the 6th inning. Munoz with 74 pitches trying to finish off 6 solid innings for him, honestly. And this one, as here's Nick Nicolati. 1 for 2 with a single in this one. And he's going to pop it up in the infield as The shortstop ranging over into shallow right field, makes the catch, and ends the top of the 6th. So now we're in the top of the 7th, and here's Alexi Gonzalez, 1 for 1. Doubled last time and hit by a pitch, his 3rd at bat of the game, and he's gonna line that one into the outfield, and that's gonna drop in for a hit. And Alexi Gonzalez, 2 for 2 in his major league debut tonight. So now here's Gunnar Henderson. He's leading off for Pensacola, and he's got a 1 for 3 line so far. As there's a swing and a miss on a four-seamer. I mean, that pitcher was kind of right down the middle. Gunnar Henderson's got to take advantage of that pitch right there. And now the count is 0-2. And here it comes. And it's a swing and a miss on a four-seam fastball. That was way, way inside. I mean, no chance that you're ever going to hit that pitch if you're going to hug ones. And that was a really ugly swing, honestly. And that was the last inning. So 6 innings for Munoz tonight. In this one, we're going to continue to focus on these, these prospects and these hitters here the rest of the way in this game. And Miguel Geraldo is up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. Last time up, there's a fly ball in no man's land, and it's going to fall in and just in front of the line for an extra base hit. That's going to be a double as Geraldo is into second base. I mean, that ball was just barely fair. So close to being fouled, but now it's a ground ball back up the middle, and Miguel Geraldo is immediately on the first pitch of this at-bat. Is going to come around and score. 2 pitches in Kyle Keller's outing, and not a good outing for him, but for the second time, Miguel Geraldo is going to score, come around and score, and Alexander just launching a home run. And Kyle Keller, what an awful inning for him. He gives up 3 runs. Never mind, he gives up 4. Nick Lofton just launching a solo homer. Oh my goodness, wow. Terrible outing by Kyle Keller. 108 ERA. I mean, they're still letting him pitch. He's only got 6 pitches in this game. That's pretty amazing. And he does get a fly ball, and he induces a fly ball out from Cosmo Vasquez there. But this game has gone from pretty bad, to way worse in just not in a lot of time at all for Pensacola. They're down 7-0. Miguel Geraldo is going to swing and miss at a pitch down at the knees for strike 3. A good pitch by Abbott there, the pitcher, and Geraldo, that's the first time he doesn't reach base tonight. He was way, way late on that pitch right there. So we're in the 9th inning, and you might see one more at bat. We will see one more at bat for Alexi Gonzalez tonight. He's reached base all 3 times he's been at the dish. And Jonathan Bolin with 112 pitches trying to finish off a complete game, and he does. Wow, 112 complete game shutouts for Jonathan Bolin tonight. That's a pretty impressive performance for him here in his Double-A opener. I mean, he's saying, I want to get called up. He's an older guy. I don't know how old he is exactly, but he's an older guy with, probably D potential or C potential maybe. But the Biscuits dominate the Blue Wallows in this game, and they win 7-0. So Leo Munoz will get handed a loss for this one, but honestly, he really only had 1 bad inning. I mean, all 4 of the hits that he gave up, I think, were, or maybe not, at least 3 of the hits that he gave up in this game were in that 1 inning. So, honestly, yeah, I think there were things that he pitched all right overall, but again, that 5th inning was obviously his worst inning of his game, and overall, outside of that 5th inning, he pitched really well overall. Look at Pensacola and the guys that we were focusing on. We weren't really focusing on anybody in this lineup besides Gonzalez, and Alexi Gonzalez was 2 for 3 with a hit by pitch as well, so he got on base 3 times, and a good job for him. Gunnar Henderson was 1 for 3, I think, 1 for 3 or 1 for 4. And then Leo Munoz, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs allowed, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts, a 4.5 ERA. And overall, flashes of really good play from him. I mean, he's only 18. He's got so much time and so much room to grow and get a lot better. He's going to be a guy that I think in a few years is going to be in the majors, and really excited to see what he does this year, honestly. Then you look at Montgomery, and our guys that we were focused on had pretty good days. I mean, Cosmo Vasquez, 1 for 4, did get on base and did get a hit. Miguel Geraldo, one of the best performances out of anybody on this lineup. He was 2 for 4 with 2 unscored and an RBI tonight. He played really well. Wallach had a couple of hits here and 2 RBIs. Alexander had a hit and 3 RBIs, including a home run. And Jonathan Bullen, what a game for him. 9 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 10 strikeouts. That's pretty impressive right there. And that's going to do it for me, everybody, in this game and in this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet and you enjoy this type of content. We'll continue to showcase more of these, AA pitchers and hitters and the last year's top draft picks. Next episode in this franchise, next episode to go up on the channel will be an FIU rebuild here early next week. So I hope everybody is having a great Friday, and I hope everybody has a great weekend here coming up. And I will see you guys in the next one. You've been listening to Lucas from Mars. Have a great day, everybody, and God bless.